Hi everyone, welcome to lesson 3 of this 6-part series of lessons on creating basic beats using Shimi. At the end of a previous lesson we had notes and chords set up, and in this one we're going to get started using some drums as well. So first of all we're going to go into the resources, which is a part of the system we haven't really looked at yet. And generally this just holds musical assets like rhythms, scales, drum patterns and MIDI clips, which can be used by other parts of the system. The one we really want to look at right now is drum kits. So let's click on this general MIDI kit and we can see that a drum kit allows you to define a mapping of drums to specific MIDI pitches and default velocities. The one here is just following the standard general MIDI specification for drum mappings, but you can easily add your own custom ones too. And one great thing about these drum kits is that you can also create groupings, so that when we're creating our drum beat, I probably don't care about most of these. I know that for what I'm creating now, I just want a basic kick, snare and hi-hat, so I'm going to create a new group called just kick, snare, hi-hats, which is just going to contain those specific drums. And for example, I could add another group later on if I wanted to add some fills in for my drums, which maybe just contained some toms and snare. So you can add a lot of flexibility through using this. So now let's close the drum kit, and I'm going to go into drum patterns, and I'm going to add a new drum pattern called 16th beat. And if I open this up, we need to select a drum kit, so we'll just use general MIDI kit. And then we'll go down to the drum group and do KSH, and that's going to get rid of most of the drums except the ones we actually care about. So for my purposes, 4 beats is going to work fine, but I need to increase the splits per beat to 4 per beat, and then so I need to add 16th across the bar on the hi-hat. And then we're just going to do this rhythm on the kick and snare. Okay, so we've got our drum pattern set up. Now how do we play it? Well, so far everything that we've added in the system, we haven't actually done anything that is included timings yet. So the first thing we're going to need to do is to add a metronome module. So that's handling our timing for us. And now I'm going to add a player module, which generally handles the playing of longer running behaviors, such as those that play MIDI clips, drum patterns, drum fills, anything where you're playing something that has its own internal rhythm that it needs to keep in time with, and the player will handle that for you. So on the enter key, I'm now going to, on the pressed event, add my player start drum pattern behavior, and we'll just set that drum pattern to the 16th beat. So now when I press and hold the enter key, so this is alright, but it's not great hearing the drums just start at random points in the bar, and I really want to cue it up so that when I press the enter key, we then only hear the drums start once the next bar comes in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete these behaviors, and I'm instead going to add on the pressed behavior from the metronome module the cue behavior. And so the mode currently is next bar, which is what I want, and then we select a child behavior, which is what behavior is going to be run once we hit that next bar, which is going to be my start drum pattern behavior. So now I don't actually hear the beat come in until we hit the bar. So if I stop that again, so press now. Whoops, helps if I turn that back on. Pressed, and there we go. So that's sounding good. The one problem we have there is, as you spotted, probably, that I was needing to turn off the behavior by manually clicking this checkbox here, which isn't at all ideal. So that's actually one thing we're going to cover in the next lesson, as well as adding a bass pattern to this as well. So I'll see you there.